72 goes down low. The 79 gets caught up in it just at the very end. The 67, though, of Nathan Stanley makes it on through free and clear. He, Paul Ferdiani, and Larry Dickerson having a drag race down in the for one last attack, getting underneath him, not quite able to make it stick, having to lift once again. Go into exit of turn number 4, down onto the front straightaway here. Who's going to win it with the drag race? It's going to be Timothy Pope. First 3 and 4, 751 with a hefty lead here, about a half a car length as the one gets up into the wall with a run down. 200 feet. It's going to be a close one across the line. Derek Welsh made it 3 wide on the far outside lane, picking up spots left and right here as everybody fighting for every single spot we go. Coming across the line, white flag. So here we go, final lap. Hello and welcome everybody into tonight's Monday Night Racing action as the NTRL Cup Series takes on Las Vegas tonight. All the neon and under here at these lights. Looking for some fantastic racing action and a good time here. Who's gonna find themselves walking away with a whole bunch of money, or who's gonna be walking away after having to bet the farm and the house? Well, we're just gonna have to wait and find this one on out as we get this one all started off. So kick back, relax, enjoy the show, and let's get this party rolling with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And welcome back. As always, have to say a huge thank you to the proud supporters of the NTRL, like tonight's race sponsor, Plus EV Racing. Let's hopefully get that team up for a great finish here tonight. Of course, being led by Mr. Paul Ferdiani, the gambler himself. So thank you guys for sponsoring tonight's race here at Las Vegas. Absolutely love seeing teams be a part of the sponsors here, and wish them the best of luck here tonight. Of course, we also have to say a huge thank you to the other race sponsors like DEP Graphics. Be sure to go check them out and get yourself a good, fantastic, wonderful, lively paint scheme here tonight. Looking to have a fantastic paint scheme made. Just be sure to go and talk to Mr. Daniel Pochslag over there. Big thank you as well to Sim Gear Central. Fantastic button box with all the turn knobs, flip switches, anything you need to enhance your sim experience. So be sure to head on over there to Sim Gear Central to order your next button box here today. Big thank you as well to Track Bar Media. Some fantastic photo and video edits made of real life and sim life racing. So be sure to reach out to Track Bar Media for a good package here today. Of course, big thank you to Martin Sports as well. Some fantastic customized apparel, whether it's for racing or just casual wear. Be sure to head on over there to Martin Sports and pick up yourself some customized gear here today. And we can never forget about Davidson Builders, the premier custom builders up there in that northern New Jersey area. Be sure to hit them up if you're looking to do any remodeling, maybe putting on an extension on the house, or just changing out the kitchen sink. Be sure to call and get the pros in there to get it done and get it done right. Big thank you to Davidson Builders. As always, I am Alan Brown, and hold on, this is gonna take a second. And I am on vacation. So I got myself my own little brewski down here. I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Alan English, the brew master in general, joining me here in the booth tonight. Looking forward to another great night here in Sin City there, Mr. English.
Man, yeah, it's gonna be a good one here tonight. I didn't see what you were drinking on there.
Yeah, my camera doesn't like it. It's a Miller Lite.
Oh, okay, that's all right. I got another Miller Coors product here. A little extra maltiness tonight with the banquet beer, but yeah, man, 1.5 miles. This is no cookie cutter track. This track is always fun to watch, especially with leagues like this. The guys, there's some guys out here that really know this track well, and you're gonna notice who they are right off the bat. And yeah, a little bit of tricky pit road to get on and off of, but these guys have been practicing it. 130 laps here tonight, so we're going to be together with you guys for quite a while. Thank you so much for joining us, all the folks over there already in the YouTube chat. Derek, Donna, Josh Kelleher's watching from work tonight. Buckley's here. Ginger Parent's here. So Morris Wanchuk pulling for his teammates out there. Plus EV, but looking forward to this one. It's gonna be a good one here at Vegas.
And that indeed is down there on pit road, or Mr. Anger Management Special. Well, he's down there rolling snake eyes somewhere that probably shouldn't even be named because
you can't tell you unnamed location. Yeah, I got this special paint here. Go ahead, Brown.
Yeah, well, you're down there on the black site. You gotta hide from all those bookies, and that's why I'm never allowed back in Vegas. It's be a rough time, but we're back here at one of our favorite tracks, Mr. Turner, and this one should be a pretty fun night.
Yeah, my main concern right now is that English has corrupted you. You're having cold ones with us tonight. And somebody has to, stay sober and hit the buttons correctly. You think?
Well, I know that ain't happening.
What? I'm just saying.
Explain to us that you're.
No, I'm not going to. Brown, I'm a little concerned for him. You've corrupted him.
He'll be all right.
One and done. I'm a lightweight.
Oh, here. Okay. Well, yeah, I am in Vegas here, virtually. Really cool track. Looking forward to it. Glad you're having a cold one with us, Brown. That's exciting to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we're normally just having cold ones. I can't wait to. I got some pretty good stuff tonight. I think I have some new material. You guys might enjoy. Hopefully, we talk about that. But we're really going to talk about the cool racing. Vegas is a.
Did we get our dump button installed yet?
No. We'll just. If I suddenly, just disappear and, die somehow, I catch the die suddenly, then you'll know they got me. But I'm not going to try to take it that far, even though you know how my mind works. Let's do this tonight, though. 1 fast repair, 80% fuel, 3 sets of tires, 18 incident points, you'll get a penalty, 25 you'll get disqualified. Track temperature's perfect. 71 degrees, man. Vegas is ready.
Yeah, as compared to the hot track temp yesterday from Michigan, it's a beautiful weather here as we take a look here at tonight's race info. This 1.5-mile tri-oval track gonna be the main viewing point here. Looks like all weather-wise looking to be absolutely fantastic under the night sky and under these fantastic floodlights they got here at Vegas, bringing us down to tonight's key to the race. And man, you just really never, ever gamble on tire strategy. This is going to be a track that, you can make those tires last a good while, but eventually it will catch up to you.
Yeah, there's just, there's not the banking here that you get at like a super speedway. So you're going to have to put a little bit of wheel in it, and you're going to have to slow down some too. That's what these guys are going to have to do out there. Really plan for your turns, and try not to tear the tread off of them tires too early. You got to make them last here. How many sets did we have there, Turner?
3. We have 3 total.
3 sets total. So that's including the one they start the race on. That's a lot of laps.
Yeah, that it is basically 40 laps per. Oof, that's gonna get yeah, that's gonna get a little difficult out there for some of these drivers as qualifying slowly coming to an end down here. We get ready to head on down here for our official starting grid as the drivers all get starting to get all lined on up down there on pit road. Let's go ahead and change up the camera just a little bit and go ahead and tell everybody where their favorite driver is going to be starting here tonight. Getting us started off is going to be the 51 of Chris Klein starting on pole position. The 66 Drew Blaze getting a great starting spot there as well to the outside in second. 315 of Mr. Zach Millett having a pretty good starting spot here tonight in third, with the 4 of Russ Kilgore getting it all kicked on off there in fourth. 64 of Joe Hoggard, look for him to move up through this field a little bit more, but he's starting up there inside that top 5, with the 9 of Tommy Welch with a great qualifying run up there. Gonna get things started tonight in 6th. 7th will be the 17 of Mr. Tate Cawthorn, having a grand old time out there. 99 of America's driver Albert Anderson will get things kicked on off here tonight in 8th. 9th will be the 45 of the Mac Daddy, Mr. Mark Collins. And in 10th, rounding out that top 10, will be the 5 of Anthony Williams.
Yeah, the 32 machine of Nick Biddy out there with that awesome paint. Starting inside row number 6 to his outside, Brian Boyd in the 78. A lot of great paints out here in this league here tonight. Thanks to DEP Graphics, Daniel Poachslag over there. 05 of PJ Cox will start in 13th place. 14th will be the 005, AJ Evangelista. The 77, Ryan Walter out there in the 15 machine. Outside row number 8, Joe David in the 6. 23 car of Sean Walton will start in 17th place. 18th will be the 2 of Scott Milner. And row number 10, and rounding out your top 20, the 27 of Gavin Ray and the 44 of Dana Shepard.
Yeah, the number 7 of Tristan Cotton, 21st. 22nd will be Christopher Campbell in the 68. 88, Michael Adamson, 23rd. 24th will be Justin Johnson, number 10, Roman numeral 10. 3 of Chris Muth Jr., 25th, 26th, Jeff Ottinger in the 76, 00 Joe Bennett. The original Florida man there, 27, 28, Jarrett Woodward in the 79 car, 33. Woodward. God dang it.
Again.
Reading is too hard for me. I'm going to go ahead and quit, guys. Woodard. Jarrett Woodard. Sorry, Jarrett. The gambler Paul Furiani, 33. 29th, 28th Chris Gones, 30th. 31st Jonathan Hammond in the 13. Stephen Wood, 32nd in the 19. And Derek Welch, number 1, will be 33rd. And number 8, Dylan Bryant, 34th.
There
Good luck with this one.
And there you have it. That is tonight's official starting grid as the pace car peels on off down onto pit road. Here's the field enters that Geico restart zone for the first time here this evening. Green flag is out and away we go here at Las Vegas. Side by side, they hustle and bustle down into turns 1 and 2. That 66 machine, it's the 315. He's already doing some bobbing and weaving, trying to get his car up here to the front. But meanwhile, the 51 and the 66 maintain that side by side, heading down this back straightaway here as the 315 locks it up on the outside. Almost some contact up there between the 51 and 66 as they almost bump doors just a little bit, but coming out of turn number 4 and back down this front straightaway to complete lap number 1, and we are officially underway here at Las Vegas.
I know the 315 Zach Millett, he was the quickest to end the practice session. He just couldn't get that good qualifying lap in to get him on the front row.
Got one ping-ponging against the outside wall there. I think that was the 17 of Tate Cawthorn, or maybe even the 4 of Russ Kilgore having a little bit of a scrapage going on there.
I think Albert Anderson came over the radio and was apologizing for something. I don't know who he was talking to there. But
I think there was a couple things that happened right there. They're just kind of, they're getting their act together, basically. Trying to shuffle out, get those tires warm. It tends to single file here, if I remember right, until the tire wear happens. But right now they're racing for position, and it's pretty cool.
Man, you ain't kidding. As the 64 Joe Hoggard moving up a couple spots there into 4th, trying to chase down these leaders, in the 51 of Chris Klein. Of course, we still got some battling going on here in the mid to back pack. The 23 Sean Walton and the Tristan Cotton trying to catch back on up. Man, he's got a very bright car here tonight in that kind of lime green and black. I love that.
Viz, we like that. Easy to see out there. Morris Wanchuk says running the World Series of Poker paint for 2 of his buddies that are deep into the main event day 4 out there in the World Series of Poker. So,
damn, that's big money right now.
For his buddies out there. Papa Goat pulling for the 99 of Albert Anderson. Ginger Parent out there pulling for Shepherd Racing. Ginger Parent also saying, really appreciate that you guys play the national anthem. You know, we started doing that, and I think we did it for a couple of races on Patriotic Days, and we said, why aren't we doing this every dang time, you know? And we all agreed that it was something we had to do. I mean, they're already trying to cancel stuff left and right that's patriotic, and not here, folks. We're going to play the national anthem every night.
Don't get me started. You're right. Yeah, we're going to play that, and we love freedom. We love bald eagles and America and cold beer here.
Miles per hour, horsepower.
Yeah.
Horsepower.
Speaking of freedom, look at Ryan Walters' paint. Wounded Warrior Project. That is a cool looking paint.
Awesome.
Really like that.
Wow.
Yeah. New name in the 77. Sorry to cut you off there, buddy.
No, that's cool. I was just going to say, we do have a couple of service members that race out here regularly, so. See that. Good friend.
But yeah, like I was saying, just a new name there. Haven't recognized Ryan Walter out there, but in the 77 here tonight. So far doing pretty good. He's up into 18th right now, down a couple spots from where he started, but he's still sitting right there in the middle of the blender that is the mid-pack right now.
Angry Tacos Network joining us, pulling for the 005, of course, of AJ Evangelista. Good racing tonight. Let's see. Josh Kelleher saying, America. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Vincent Short saying, good luck, fellas. Duty calls. Hate missing Vegas in this car. One of my favorites. So, speaking of duty and service, Vincent Short being called into work. So,
man, I'll tell you what here, the mid-pack, there is some battles. They're still too wide all over the track back here, bro.
Tons of it.
That there is. We took a quick second to step away from that, as the 315 of Millett does find himself back up here in the lead. He and Drew Blaze and Chris Klein have really separated themselves here, almost about a second and a half over the fourth place of Joe Hoggard and Tommy Welsh, and Albert Anderson running a nice little 3-car grouping back here. Oh, I thought Hoggard was going to drift up and snag that outside wall a little bit. Kind of like Michigan here, Turner. That exit of turn number 2, man, it seems to just attract cars up to that wall.
It definitely does. It has that same effect. It's like a funnel almost coming out of 2. Now, a totally different track. You can run the tires off this thing real quick. This is probably one of the tracks I think I ran my right front down to 3% tread within 10 laps. You got to be careful. Tire wear is huge on this concrete cheese grater track.
Well, it comes down to lane choice too, or line choice, I should say, on how you enter and exit the corner to kind of spread the tire wear out. You don't want to burn the right front of it off, but if alternatively running a different line, like trying to diamond it, you might end up burning up the right rear. So kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You're going to put some stress on one tire or the other.
That's right. Jump on
3 wide.
Yeah, right in front of the 76 of Jeff Ottinger, who were up there on the nose. We've seen a couple instances of 3 wide, and just like that, it seems to kind of break itself apart pretty quickly here. I think guys are really kind of driving with their heads in. Almost some contact there between Milner and Ottinger. It looks like Milner going to lose a couple of positions there as he has to check up just a little bit, but a lot of guys kind of racing with preservation on mind here tonight, and not sticking with that 3 wide. Just kind of maybe one guy lifting out and just making sure there's room for everybody to race out here.
Well, and Adam, this is a one faster pair league. That kind of helps guys, keeps them in check, doesn't it? It makes them be a little bit more careful, knowing that, hey man, I got one time I can really screw up bad, and that's it.
Well, it should keep them a little honest. And these Harbor Freight cars they're driving tonight, these are the next gen cars. They're just trash. So you got to kind of baby them, So I think they're getting used to this car. As long as you don't hit the wall, touch anything, it seems to be
hit the air
pretty
fast.
Well. Yeah, get choked up on someone too close, burn it up. But in the open space, and it's a pretty good, they're racing, all right. So it looks cool. That they just hadn't honed in this platform yet.
Yeah,
I think they bought too many parts from China or something.
As we focus in here on the X-Man, Justin Johnson already up 10 spots on the race today. There's a couple of drivers up double digits here tonight as he's racing side by side against AJ Evangelista, trying to get that 10 machine on up here to the front. He's got PJ Cox and Tate Cawthorn running pretty well up there in front of him, and been seeing a pretty good battle here between the 45 of Mark Collins and the 32 of Nick Biddy. They've been going at it side by side for a little while now as well.
I love seeing that too. Neither guy wanting to really give up that position, so they're continuing to fight back and forth, play a little cat and mouse game. I love it.
Well, look at the 5 and the 1 on the inside. They're trying to make the passes right now on Ottinger, and can't see the 4. It looks like they're trying to make their way to the other pack that's right in front of them. So you're talking racing all the way back here to 26th place or so. They're really getting after it. 13 making some moves as well.
26th place. I don't know how, but I know you have problems reading names, but I didn't know you had problems reading numbers. We're here with the 79 of Jarrett Woodard, our friend from up there in Canada, and he's still up there in the mix, and he's running 32nd, 33rd.
Oh,
so we gotta.
I can't read that. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's using the metric system.
That's it.
Probably what
it's
like
numbers.
Yeah, we're just like opposites. I can't understand it, what he's got going on up there. I was looking at Jeff Ottinger in the 76, but man, there's racing all over. The 08 is right next to him. It's really the 8. Dylan Bryant ripping through there.
Vincent Short joining us over there on the YouTube chat, as we mentioned, saying, go get him Zach the Hack. Going for Zach Millett out there. Also, he says he kind of runs this track in reverse. He holds a high line early on in his tire life, and then kind of moves it towards the bottom a little bit later on. He said it saves a lot of tire for him when he runs it that way. Derek Donna saying keep them in the trailer. So they're great by the sound of it. Josh Kelleher too. As long as oxygen doesn't touch the next gen car, they're fine.
Exactly. So I'm not the only one that has this feeling. I mean, they look kind of cool. Other than that, I haven't been too impressed with this, rollout.
It's brand new. I mean, they're gonna address some of the durability issues and stuff.
The one lug nut thing is garbage. Just take that to Europe. This is America. We use
we like
multiple
lots
lug
of lug
nuts.
nuts.
Yeah, we don't need
put
just
8
one
on there, like a 3/4 ton truck. That's
No, just do the standard. Gosh.
Should all be 8 on 170. They should just go to that.
They're not big rigs. Go ahead, Brad.
No, they're not. But as we jump on board here with the only driver tonight with their driver cam on up, Mr. Nick Biddy, trying to
one?
Only one tonight as he tries to stay up inside of that top 10 right now.
More broadcasters than drivers that have a cam up?
Yeah, that's pathetic. They can do better than that. I like seeing their little man caves and what they're doing. Some guys wear gloves and shades, and hell, we even had a guy wearing a helmet one time. I forget who that was.
Chandler Paul.
Chandler Paul, dude. I remember that.
So it's pretty fun to get Ooh, somebody got turned and learned a little bit there. He kept it straight on the back.
Ooh, yeah, Tate Cawthorn making use of that apron here on the backstretch to get that thing all saved around.
I'm going to have to give Nick Betty lots of camera time tonight since he was the only guy.
He just might. I mean, he's running pretty well up there inside that top 10 tonight.
We can even do like an in-race reporter thing. Like if we get a caution here, talk to Nick Biddy and have him on camera and everything.
Yeah, but you get bonus
look.
points because he's got his camera.
That's it.
Well,
and
some
really
leagues,
cool
last night we had a bunch, didn't we, Brown? You went through them and they were really cool.
Yeah, we had like 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes some people run late and forget to turn it on. It's no big deal.
I've been guilty. Love Dana Shepard's paint out there as well. I don't know if you guys seen it. Sound of Freedom. Stop human trafficking.
That's a hot button topic. I love to talk about that. Go see that movie. It needs to crush the Indiana Jones and the Disney Empire. Those evil,
oh my goodness,
scumbags, Disney. Yeah, go see that movie, Sound of Freedom. I like that.
I didn't know it was a movie. I thought it was a foundation or something. That's a movie, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the 44 machine having an okay night so far, up there to 24th as we're here on lap 26, cruising around here at Vegas here tonight. And of course, it's really once when we start hitting those pit stops, that's when we find out who rolls Snake Eyes and who rolls Old Big Red, and we have to see how that goes.
Vincent Short saying he's not a huge fan of this car, this platform, but what he does, the good thing that he likes about it is that it makes the 1.5 mile tracks like this a driver's race. It really puts the skill on the driver here. So,
well, of course.
Well, it seems like all this. I'm sorry, Brown. All the guys they're all bunched up pretty close together, so everybody must have some decent skill out there tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the longest time, we basically saw 15th all the way back to, 33rd, 34th. Everyone was still basically all bumper to bumper. It's now just starting to spread out. I think the tire wear is starting to chew at these guys just a just a little bit, but of course a driver who is not lacking any talent whatsoever. That 315 there of Mr. Zach Millett trying to pick up another win here tonight, opening up just about a 1.5-second lead over Drew Blaze and Chris Klein out here. But again, that can all change depending on pit strategies and how long these guys really want to run. Of course, you know, we haven't seen a yellow here tonight. Oh, we just might see one now. Oh my goodness.
Held it together.
Gavin Ray.
Now, 05 PJ Cox getting involved. Woo.
Oh, Bennett's. Oh, Double O Joe just got pit maneuvered, but he held it. Wow.
Gavin Ray is loose in every turn, it seems. He's fishtailing like crazy here, boys.
Some really good saves tonight. Is this track easier to save the car, or is it the platform itself? I mean, really good
I don't know.
driving.
It's not like the trucks that we see where guys can hang it out there almost 80-degree angle and bring it back.
Ooh, it's Gavin Ray. Yeah, he's still slipping and sliding down there. He gets stuck up there into the inside wall here. He's trying to get all turned around while staying on the apron. He doesn't want a yellow flag to come out here. Looks like he's just going to come on down to the pits because that's going to be easy for him there. And I'm sure he's probably going to be picking up tires.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he wore his right rear out, running a little bit different line than some of these guys that are burning their right front out. We talked about it a little bit here. Vince Short says tire wear situation is going to separate the truly patient drivers from the impatient ones that are just trying to get toward the front as fast as they can. We're starting to see the guys that are trying to run hard early. I mean, that's just a strategy thing. Trying to get the most out of your tires is also another way you could do it. You know, just push them a little harder and make sure there's nothing left by the time you pit. And we ought to be seeing pit stops here in the next 10 laps or so, you guys think?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, I'm trying to concentrate. The beat laboratory is out of control. There's just too much happening right now.
Beat laboratory. You have a drum set next to your...
No, but I got a couple guitars.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, it's where he puts liquid paper on a bee.
He's got his microscope there and black leather gloves.
No consideration around here. Just, it's pure mayhem.
Yeah, well, while
Savage.
things continue to kind of boil over there in the mid to back pack, got some stuff heating on up here up towards the front is the 66 of Drew Blaze, the 64 of Hoggard, as well as the 51 of Klein and Albert Anderson all get into a little bit of a mix-up here. Looks like they were going 2x2 for a split second there. Now Albert Anderson, the lone car, down on the bottom side, trying to make the pass on the 64 machine.
Something that I didn't really think we'd see this deep into the race, but we've got almost everybody on the lead lap still. Gavin Ray, who had that bad loose condition earlier, the only car that's not on the lead lap. Everybody else on the lead lap. Let's see. And it looks like Jeff Ottinger, who's at the tail end of the lead lap, still 10 seconds in front of the leader on the track itself. So these guys spaced out pretty good around the track, but you know what that means, Adam, is, you know, as soon as we get somebody spin, we're going to get a yellow because now we got cars all over the track. You know what I mean? All the way around.
Yeah, we do. And, I mean, we're still seeing battles now because of that tire wear. Look at the one. He's making some moves. And there's just a bunch of people trying to, you know, take advantage of the other guy's tire wear problems.
78, Brian Boyd trying to find his way back up through this field, trying to sneak into that top 10. He's got the 88 of Mike Adamson there, holding that final top 10 spot right in front of him. So trying to chase him on down, up a couple spots for Boyd. But Adamson and Justin Johnson here the X-Man trying to move up double digits here tonight.
Zach Millett, man, 3.5 seconds in front of second place right now. He is just on a tear.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the talent in the driver here, and of course we've seen it a time or two. Of course, I don't know. Let me go take a look-see here. He might be live over there on Twitch if you would like to go take a quick second to watch some in-car action here from that S4 guy. Let me see if
That S4 guy on Twitch.
and he is currently live, so you can
Oh, sweet.
Go
So
ahead
you can get
and-
his perspective.
yeah, you can go ahead and go check him on out, and
Well,
you know, maybe take some notes and find out what you're doing different than him.
if you do that, you have to keep our broadcast up too, because we need all the
Open
likes.
another
And
tab.
Yeah, just another
yeah,
tab.
you can have one on each screen, but we need the button, the clicks, the likes,
Ooh, man, it looks like
all
the
that.
oh, who was that?
There's
That was
three.
yeah.
3 got all there. All some Budweiser paint.
Oh, Budweiser was great when it was owned by Americans.
True.
It's gone downhill.
I used to do a lot for the community and stuff too.
They did. I worked for them.
Yep.
And we
I
would
know.
do all kinds of cool stuff for all kinds of different parts of the community.
23 in the wall slightly there. That's Sean Walton. Kept it straight though, and he kept the damage to a minimum. He just barely scraped the wall. But we're seeing that more and more as these guys, they're going to be screaming at the crew chief for tires here in just a minute.
Yeah, they probably already are, actually. Just managing at this point.
Sounds like Joe Hoggart, second place driver, calling out. He's pitting next lap.
And there he
So
goes,
here-
hitting the apron. Ooh, a little slip and slidey down there. Not a easy pit road to get a handle on here, as you're still, you know, almost at top speed as you're coming out of turn number 4 there, trying to get that thing all back down. I think speed limit down there tonight is 55 miles per hour. So
50.
oof,
Yeah.
even slower. Oh goodness.
Yeah, that's a crawl compared to what they're running out there, 185 miles an hour. Well, faster than that, you could get a 190 here, I think.
I think you're right on those fresh tires. I think that's what we were seeing about top speeds of 190, especially if you're in the draft with somebody here. Chris Meath Jr. making the dive on down pit road. So here we are, about a third of the way through this race, and drivers popping their heads on down into pit road for their first round of green flag pit stops here at Las Vegas.
This is where I get concerned, fellas. When we have green flag pit stops at a technical track like this, where look at oh man, the difference in speed there. Nick Biddy coming down into the pits and almost got clipped by the 88 there.
I think that was 66 Blaze actually making.
Oh, was it the Blaze?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Biddy's still racing around out there.
Oh, my bad. Yep, similar paint.
Same thing with the 23 Sean Walton trying to get his way on up into a top 10 right now, or a top 5, I should say. He's currently trying to work on that back bumper of the 45 Mark Collins. Albert Anderson trickling on down into pit road here now.
Yeah, what I was trying to say, I got sidetracked there for a second, but when you got cars getting brand spanking new tires, and then you got guys that are trying to stretch it, you're going to have a huge difference in speed out there. All your closing distances and stuff are going to be crazy high. So I worry about the blending as well. Guys getting back onto the track, guys getting off.
Yeah, it can either get super exciting or super boring is what's
Yeah.
going to happen with the blend. We tend to see, that's usually when we'll see maybe an incident or something happen. Tonight, everybody's been really clean, so I don't know if we're in for a caution tonight.
Of course,
I mean, I want to see something happen.
the more you say it, the more likely it's going to happen.
Good. I want to see some fights. Nobody's mad at anybody, really.
It's like when you're stuck there at the craps table, and some newbie comes up, and they're they don't know the rules or anything like that, and they're just like, okay, so now that the point's established, I don't want to roll a 7 now, right? And then of course you got to be like, well, crap, now it's gonna happen because the newbie had to say something.
Yeah, of course he opened his mouth. What a dummy. That's what I would do, just to anger people when I get up to the table. I'm just rolling. I'm looking for snake eyes every time. Woodard hit the wall. He held on to it, and I did say his name correctly.
Yeah, you did. You got it. Third time's the charm.
Woodard in metric. He's coming down. Looks like to get his pit stop in.
That's the
Papa Joe Bennett's here pulling for Double O Joe. Go ahead, bud.
The race sponsor of the evening, the 33 Paul Ferdiani, as these pit stops keep rolling on and around. Looking pretty good in that World Series of Poker machine. Of course, always racing something poker themed down there. Wonder if he's still hanging around out there in Las Vegas cheering on his buddies, or if he's back home.
Still out there or not, I'm sure he'll let us know, but...
I thought he lived in like Sinatra's suite out there. At the Sands or something.
Is the Sands still around?
No, but I just thought it sounded cool. It's not. It's not around. You know what? I have been to the Sands. I'm that old. It was a cool joint.
Oh, 78 on his way into pit road, gets sideways across the track, is able to save it, but there is your yellow flag. Oh, don't come in, guys. Pit road is now closed. Oh, good save there for the 45 of Mark Collins. Oof.
A couple guys did dodge the commitment cone. Good looking out for the 78, and oh man, who was in front of them there?
I don't know, but it was y'all's fault. Y'all kept talking about the blending and the cautions. It was really your fault, English.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll take that blame. I don't give a crap.
We kind of felt it though, right? That's typically what we see here. Once we start blending and diving down to get pit stops, something's going to happen. And I like it. I want to see him re-rack and get back after it.
Ginger Parent said that was a pretty nice save there. Lahoma Randall says, all 5 kids say hi. So, hello, kids. Thank y'all for joining us as well. Join us watching a little bit of racing here at Las Vegas. Josh Kelleher says, would you look at the Fat Chicks shocks and accessories / Mission 22 paint scheme on Brian Boyd's machine? We love that. We love that car running out there. And, of course, Army vet out there running that awesome paint scheme.
And so we take a look here as some of these drivers hit down pit road. Another thing we don't really talk about here is, pit road's got a little bit of a curve to it there, and 45 Mark Collins, you actually had to see him back up a little bit, missing his pit box there for a quick second. But if you get stuck with one of those corner pit stops or pit boxes, it can be a little bit of a tough one to find your spot.
Yeah, it's hard to judge how far you are from the wall sometimes when you get in if you're pitting in the curve there. But Josh Kelleher says, I'm not going to mention any more DEP drivers tonight. He thinks it's the curse of the fan out there, I think. Because every time he says something about when we mention him, something happens.
Well, that's fine. As long as they don't blame us. They always blame us for everything.
And Josh Kelleher says, those are his kids. That's awesome. We love it when the families get involved and get in the chat out there. So all you family members that are out there watching your kin run out here at Vegas tonight, we sure appreciate all y'all being here. That's really why we do this. That's the reason why we do this.
Yeah, and it's fun, and a little beer money on the side don't help. We work for. I mean, it don't hurt.
Oh yeah. You work.
We work for tips. We're like the guy singing at the bar. That has the guitar. Does it work for tips? Throw a 5 in here. We'll keep talking.
That indeed. I was getting a little worried there as DW stayed out and looked like he might have been on some old set of tires. But no, everybody coming on down and officially getting at least one pit stop in here tonight. Once we get all lined back on up, going to have the 8 of Dylan Bryant taking control of the lead with that 78 of Brian Boyd. Picking up a second place here after a good pit stop. We're going to have the 45 Mark Collins, 00 with Joe Bennett. 5 Anthony Williams, 33 Paul Ferdiani, 6 of Joe David, 17 of Tate Cawthorn, the 7 of the Tristan Cotton, and the 32 of Nick Biddy, all up inside of this top 10. Man, talk about a whole field shakeup. 315 Zach Millett, 51 of Chris Klein are going to be just outside of this top 10 once when things roll back around. We got quite a few drivers getting that wave around here as they were a lap down, but in front of the field behind the pace car here, so getting pretty much everybody back onto the lead lap. Just a few people not on that. 68 Chris Campbell, 76 Jeff Ottinger, and the 27 of Gavin Ray.
Gavin got one of his laps back, I think, with that pit cycle. So he's currently, we got a three-way battle for the lucky dog on the next caution. But
oh man, I'm just laughing. Go ahead and clarify what Josh is saying out there in the YouTubes. Those ain't his kids. He's just saying hello.
oh, okay. I got enough of his own. I'm with you, man.
We're saying hello to him as well. Yeah, they're having an issue with the wave around here.
Okay. I thought he said my kids. Okay. Reading's hard, especially when
you can't read. I can't read. I can't talk. Whatever. Thank God Brown is here to save us all.
Yeah, they're going to delay the start here. Let everybody get caught back up here. Ginger Parent says, we ought to have a fan club contest or something like that sometime. We do stuff like that every now and then. Kind of at the direction of the race league admins. But
they should like donate a shirt or something so we can give it away. People love that stuff.
Sure, man.
Come on, Derek Welch, quit being stingy. We need to give something to our fans. We hadn't given anything away to our fans in a while.
Look, I got to give it to Derek. They're setting up another charity thing here because NTRL takes care of their own. They're doing another charity race.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, the budget and stuff for the broadcasting and all the memorabilia and stuff that they do. Derek puts a lot of his own money into this league, so a lot of people don't realize.
Nobody's getting rich.
Oh no, no. But Derek might put something back up, a fan contest or something here. We could do something like that too if we wanted to. If we could figure out what we'd have to do some brainstorming, I reckon.
Man, that indeed. Give me a second here. I got to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got to do some technical stuff here.
Do that, and I'll tell you what, English. You ever heard of the conspiracy theories that go on with Area 51 out here in Vegas?
Nope.
If you go to the airport, they have like this airplane that leaves like 5 times. Yeah. Oh, that.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it goes somewhere for like 4 times a day or something, back and forth, carrying workers to this special location. That
the white 737s.
Yeah, it's totally blank. There's no numbers on it. It's like totally blank. It's weird, huh? Wouldn't you think that's weird? Do you think they're servicing like aliens or something? Like, do they? How's that work? Oh, dang it! Already.
Yeah, already there, buddy. As the 8 and the 78 get all lined on up into that Geico restart zone, and away we go back to green flag racing here at Las Vegas. The 5 machine, looks like he might have had a little bit of a slow start on that one, but now getting back up to speed. That sent a little bit of a checkup down through the field as the 6 Klein tool machines of Joe David there, having a little bit of a checkup right there in front of him, losing out on a couple of spots. Meanwhile, the 8 of Dylan Bryant and the 78 Brian Boyd trying to separate themselves from the field. The 00 of Joe Bennett, the original Florida man, trying to get things all wrapped around here up at the front. Same thing with that 33 of Paul Ferdiani and the 45 of Mark Collins, inching their way back up to the front of this field. 9 of Tommy Welsh. Oh man, he was stuck 3 wide. 68 still stuck in the middle there 3 wide.
Yeah, some bouncing off the walls here from the 27 Oh, almost 4 wide here as the 68 goes around.
That's going to cause a caution.
Oh, yeah,
That's a
that one
big
is. Yep.
44 got involved. I saw a deck lid somewhere on the track. That was kind of cool. Wow.
Oh, we were talking about a little bit earlier how we were even seeing a little bit of 3 wide, but it was over pretty quickly. Well, almost going 4 wide. That is when bad things happen here. Is coming straight across the Budweiser machine on the 3 and getting just a little bit spun around. 68 blocking the track for the 13, and yeah, that's gonna cause some issues. The X-Man Justin Johnson getting involved. Same thing with the 44 machine as well, getting of Dana Shepard getting snagged up in it. 005 getting a piece of the action. The 4, the 2 as well. Oof.
Yeah, the 13 just couldn't check up when the 68 got sideways there and popped him. Thanks to everybody.
Sorry, buddy. Had a little Depends
man.
diaper cam action going on there. So 315, Zach Millett might need a new change of pants.
Thanks to everybody joining us out there in the YouTube chat. Lahoma Russell Randall says that there is some kids out there watching from kids, little kids from the shelter. They're big time race fan. The oldest is 7, the youngest is 4, and one of them, little Boohoo, says, "Go 78 Gator." So Brian Boyd, the 78 machine, got some fans out there.
Cool.
But yeah, he says Boo has a box that he decorated into a race car, and he races in it when Boyd races out there. That's so awesome. And Ginger parents saying that their kids raced many, many laps from the laundry basket when they were young, watching it on TV. That's so awesome. The imagination of kids, you know, like they're sitting in the cockpit.
Well, didn't Ginger also ask who's on the struggle bus with us tonight? I don't know. That kind of hurts. Which one of it is? Is it you or is it me?
Which one of you announcers drive the struggle bus that y'all seem to be on tonight? Who's the driver of the bus? Well, that's Alan Brown's driving the rig here.
But he's not. He's always on. Alan Brown never messes up. We're the mistake makers.
Sure. Yeah. We can't read. I mean.
Yeah, that's probably me. I had to put that on there.
Had a few reading errors tonight, so thanks for.
You know what? I'm gonna do like a reset and take my Federal 15. Maybe I'll be refreshed and. You know.
Thanks, Ginger, for hurting.
Yeah, I got my feelings hurt. I have to
hurting Adam's ego.
I gotta get my mind right now to get this thing going. Yahtzee.
Yeah, but back to what we were talking about. You know, some fantastic charity races coming up. That's what the technical thing that was going on. I was making sure I got everything all figured out.
And that's coming up. Is that date kind of set in stone?
That date is set in stone. So look out for Saturday. They're in at the end of July as we have a fantastic race for #Haley Strong. Looking forward to hosting that one over here on AAA Broadcasting, and of course, all proceeds are going to end up going over there to the family. And as always, you know. We always commend the wonderful world of iRacing, and of course the NTRL. As once when you're a part of it, man, it's your family. No matter if you raced one race or if you raced 20 races or 20 seasons, it's you're part of a big, great community, and they all look out and after each other. So be sure to keep that one on your schedules. If you can, definitely please donate. I think there will be a link going up at some point there around the race that if you can do so, you know, financially or whatever, help them on out. I know they would greatly appreciate it, as of course, man, out of all the diseases in the world, childhood cancer is one of the ones that should exist the least, and unfortunately, Unfortunately, it does not.
Yeah, we won't be taking a dime for that race. That's something that we all definitely believe in, and helping the kids like that. That's terrible disease.
Yep, that it is. On a little bit more of a brighter note, not that that isn't too terrible of a note, because we get to see some bonus racing, and it's going to be a fantastic time over there at Talladega for that one. We get ready to go back to the green flag here tonight as the lights on the pace car are off, and there he goes. Right on down onto pit road here, entering into that Geico restart zone. We go once again as up 33 spots. The 8 of Dylan Bryant gets things all re-fired on up here as we get back to side-by-side racing. The 8 with a great restart jumps out in front immediately of the 78 of Brian Boyd and takes over that line and first place. Meanwhile, the cluster here in the middle. Oh my goodness, you got Drew Blaze stuck in the middle going 3 wide there for a second. As the 6 machine of Joe David loses a couple of positions. Oh, but it looks like he's gonna maybe take a ride here in the sucker hole. No, he closes things on down from that bottom side, so avoiding that 3 wide situation. But behind him, there's even more 3 wide going on. You got the 9, you got the 13, you got the 28, got the 99, got the 315. Zach Millett just trying to get back up to the lead. Oh no! 28's going around, kind of pinned on that bumper. Chris Gones still sideways.
Secondary crashing.
Goodness. Oh, yep. There's the yellow. The 4 going for a little bit of an extra bumpy ride there as well.
We got here just in time for that. Damn.
So remember when we had that, 50 lap green flag run?
Yeah, it's getting kind of western right now.
I remember those days.
Getting a little western out there and it's actually really all kind of started up by the 28 of Chris Goins, who won the Num Thumbs Gaming. I think it was like $100 Steam gift card or something like that. Oh man, his car just never got settled on down. Looks like he was just very loose from a little bit of a tap from the rear end from the 13, and yeah, he just kind of ping-ponged himself all the way back up the track, and then gets pinned against the wall with the 77 there. Ooh, and even some more contact, but then the 19 of Stephen Wood kind of towards the tail end of that one as well, trying to avoid some of this, drops down to the apron. Let's go ahead and jump up to the chopper camera here to kind of see what happens. Oh, just the 13 trying to rejoin the track and come back on up. Unfortunately, the 19 was there. And, yeah, just a little bit of a issue there.
Had a few disconnections here. Jeff Ottinger, the first guy to put his car up on the trailer there, but soon followed by Chris Campbell, Russ Kilgore, and Chris Muth Jr. So those guys, four drivers already loaded up on the hauler and ready to head to the next event.
Where are we next week? I have to do some Googling here. I should try to find out, right? I shouldn't rely on you.
Looks like Chicagoland.
Oh.
Chicagoland here for this series.
That's kind of cool. Not
That's
the streets
neat
of
track.
Chicago, right? Like
Oh, no.
the oval track.
The good oval track, nice and wide. It kind of reminds me of Michigan. It's banking's a little bit different. Of course, scenery definitely different, but should definitely be a great time out there as we're pretty much right here at the halfway point here in tonight's race. Let's go ahead and talk to one of these drivers. Let me see if the person I would like to talk to is in a chat. Scrolling. Whole bunch of great names out there in the Discord this evening. I did not see his name. So, you know what? Just because he is right there, roughly about halfway through the field, I think your wish is going to happen here. Just gotta find out where where his name is, as we get to talking to the number 32 of Mr. Nick Biddy out here. Getting a little bit racy out there now. I know we had a great 50-lap green flag run there to get things all kicked on off, but a couple quick cautions out there to maybe settle things down just a little bit here. But that 32 machine's been looking pretty good tonight, Nick.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm just hoping if you guys up in the booth could shake like a horseshoe or scratch off some kind of lottery ticket or something for me, just to help me get back to where I was before the caution comes out on pit road.
Hey, I'm down in Louisiana. I'm down in Louisiana. I got my dolls out.
Get the voodoo. Put the voodoo on somebody. Come on, man.
Chicken bones in the floor and everything, trying to get Derek Welch to spin, but it hadn't happened yet. He's right there with you. I'm afraid he'll take you out too. But I got the chicken bones rolling on the floor right now.
I hear you. Roll them out, baby. Roll them out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're getting by, but we had a really good run, and now all of a sudden it just kind of seems like it went downhill there.
Yeah, we're gonna get it straightened out here in a minute. I think it's just like just where the pack's shaked out a little bit, and get a few laps under our belt. We'll get stretched out again before, like we did on the first little run, and everything will be good. How's that sound?
That sounds absolutely fantastic there, man. Looks like everything's starting to get all lined on up, so we'll get you back down there to I think you're part of the LLM team, correct?
LLM.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Fantastic, man. Well, good luck out there. I know you're going to try to fight your way back up to the front there, and looks like we should have a good second half of this race here at Las Vegas there, buddy.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
So get Nick back down there to his team so you can let them know, like, hey, guys, sorry I disappeared for a second. I was being interviewed. But
That Mustang's been pretty quick.
he has been. I mean, he was lurking around inside that top 10 until, the green flag pit stops and the caution and just, the timing of it. So give it some time, and maybe we'll see him back on up there once again as the pace car peels back down onto pit road as the 8 and the 00 of Joe Bennett get things refired on up here. Up at the front, side by side, they rumble down the front straightaway. Ooh, I'm having a little bit of a connection issue here as the field's starting to flash a little bit, but they're all settled out and in as the 8 breaks on free and clear. Ooh, maybe some wall scrapage going on there from the 78 and the 33 as they exited turn number 2 there, but the Tristan Cotton trying to fight his way alongside the outside of the 5 of Anthony Williams. Another one of those drivers that, man, he just stays quiet but gets the job done. We saw it last week, getting a great top 10 finish last night, I should say, having a great run out there, and looking pretty good here as the 66 Drew Blaze trying to fight his way up through some of this traffic as well. One of the drivers that kind of stayed up there up at the front during that long run.
Yeah, Albert Anderson out there saying this feels like an old school WWF cage match. There's that kind of fighting out there, Turner.
Oh, man. Well, he's out there. Why don't you get into one of them fights? Come off the top ropes, Albert. Give it to him. Give it to him.
Tubby 420 says, "Let's go Woodard. Get out there and kick some ass." We'll see if he can out there. Our resident Canadian here in this series, out there doing the best he can.
He's not the one that started on fires, is he?
I think that was all lightning. I think that's what the TV told me.
I think that was a CI and ends with an A. Well, regardless, we're having a good time here in Vegas. Woodard, Mr. Kenner, we were just talking about, hit the wall there, held it together.
And it's getting tight down there. He was racing against America's driver there, the 99 of Albert Anderson. They're going side by side here, so Battle of America versus Canada stand on strong.
All
Well,
right.
you know who's going to win that
John
all
Candy.
day, every day. John Candy.
Look,
He's
Canadian
not
Bacon. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
but
was
he
thinking
was
of movies.
funny.
That's Zach Millett here in the middle of the front pack, trying to chase down the 23 Sean Walton here, and looks like he's able to get the nose just up underneath him running the fastest lap of the race, a 29.95. Whew, that is blistering out there. I think he's the only one that's in the 29s. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think we saw a sub 30 besides maybe in practice. Let's see.
And I would assume that's probably with a clean track and whatnot. But meanwhile, we're going three wide here with the 7 to 66 and the 00 66 stuck there kind of in the middle. Okay, they were able to squeeze that one out.
John Buckley out there pulling for the 7. Saying, hey, back on the lead lap. Let's go. Get him, 27. And Ginger Parent saying, hey, the driver's kind of getting a little bit anxious halfway mark. It looks like it. I would think, guys, I think they're going to calm down here, trying to get some green flag laps in. I think they're going to wait until after that last tire change before they really start getting super aggressive. They're going to try to make that as late as possible, too.
Yeah.
To make sure they have the best tires at the end of the race.
Probably going to be looking at around probably lap 90 to lap 95 is when we're going to see those drivers come back on down to hit those pit boxes. As Mike Adamson tries to lead the charge here in the secondary pack up into 8th. He's got the 64 Joe Hoggard there behind him there. In 9th, you got the 17 of Tate Cawthorn trying to shuffle his way up through the madness here, as well as the 1 of DW and the 5 of Williams. 77 Ryan Walter, that new name, he's still running around out here pretty good, going side by side with good old Mac.
Joe Hoggard in the 64. We've interviewed him a couple of times on real good finishes and stuff, and he's kind of been a little bit of a cold spell here as of late. I think he's due. I think the 64 is due to get up there and get a good podium finish. We'll see.
He's bouncing around. I've been watching him. He's taking a totally different line. Kind of trying. It looks like he might be trying to diamond the turns, but it may work out for him. I don't know, but he's definitely getting behind that wheel and moving it around pretty good.
Well, he's in the top 10 right now, so I mean, if he's trying to do a little tire saving or a little bit of trying to catch up, you know, he's doing okay right now. This is a huge field, 34 cars in the field tonight, and to have be in a top 10 position right now, Joe Hoggard in the 64, he's getting it done right now so far.
And we'll talk about getting it done. How about that 33 Paul Ferdiani currently sitting on that podium? As the 66 of Drew Blaze tries to chase him on down. Same thing with the 23 of Sean Walton out here trying to pick up those spots. Some great racing all the way around here as the 78 and the 45 start to get all tied on up as the mid-pack continues to race side by side here. Speaking of side by side, we're going to step aside and take a quick midway break and try to get things all locked in and locked down. And when we return, it's going to be the conclusion of this fantastic race that we've been watching here tonight, coming at you live from Las Vegas. Oh, and we come back a little bit early here as we got ourselves a caution. Believe it or not, I didn't see what happened here.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either.
Ooh, boy. Maybe Paul Ferniani up here? Let's see. Oh, yeah, he and Zach Millett. Oh, man, they just got tied on up basically inside of each other there. And scraping against the outside wall goes to 315, and 33 kind of stuck and magnetized to the front end of Millett there.
One thing that's going to cause is a mad dash for pit lane here.
And that it is.
Yeah.
Many cars making their money. Well, is it the money stop, really? I mean, guys are probably going to have to come down again.
Well, if they take tires here, this is going to be the last time that they're able to do so. This would be their last set, and it looks like some people trying to mix things up. Looks like Blaze maybe with a 2-tire stop, Zach Millett with a 4-tire stop. So a little bit of a mix and match down there as we watch this race coming off of pit road. And I mean, we're kind of coming up on that time to hit those pits anyway. We're, inside of I don't know. I don't math. What, 45 or so? Yeah. And I mean, the first round we were seeing people, push it out to 50. So this could be the final pit stop for some of these drivers.
I don't understand why you take 2 here. I mean, they have their reasons, obviously, and I could be completely wrong, but I don't see me taking 2 at a track like this. It's just too much imbalance in the car.
Well, people try stuff like this just to, go outside the box and be different. Yeah.
Sometimes it pays off when you.
Yeah. It's like gambling, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's what they're gonna go with it. They're gonna gamble on 2 tires. We'll see if it pays off. We'll definitely know the difference. Yeah, I mean, might as well. I've done some things in Vegas I probably shouldn't have.
What happens there
happens.
Stays there, isn't that what
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the Sands. That was a thing. The old Sands Hotel. You got any good Vegas stories? Brown's a big gambler, I think.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't get get to go to the good places. I was born in the wrong generation because, of course, I'd like to, go into the lounge and hear the Rat Packs, and just sip my whiskey. But of course, that's really not a thing anymore.
No, but I would always go to the lower class places.
You were on the other. What was the other street?
No.
Or something?
No, I didn't go. That's downtown. I've been down there, but
okay.
I would go on the strip, but I'd go to the little dives, like the Casino Royale. That was one of my favorites. And there's another little dive, It's a fun time, man. If you want to stay up all night playing cards, I mean, pretty fun.
Ginger Parent has a question out there.
Yeah.
Opinionated question for everyone. Do you think in iRacing, the drivers who drive in real life have an advantage, or are they disadvantaged? I think they have an advantage because they know kind of what line to run and stuff like that. The only disadvantage I would say is it's hard to feel what the car's doing because they're used to feeling the G-forces and stuff in the car, and you can't really do that unless you have a motion rig. But I'd say in general, they probably have an advantage over guys that have not raced a late model car, or even a cup car.
So this is where I'm going to trigger Turner because this is a simulation and not a game, but at the same time, it is on the computer and you can gamify it. And even iRacing has sent the fastest people on the service that they call the aliens because they're so quick. It's just not human. Out to do real life stuff, and I mean they've picked up the real life stuff pretty quick, and it's the same thing. We've seen multiple NASCAR drivers come over and race here on iRacing as the pace car comes back down and off, but and they didn't necessarily perform the greatest. I mean, we've seen, like Verstappen and a bunch of F1 guys do it as well, and yeah, they were quick, but it was really the other guys on their team that was kind of leading the charge on that, the ones that spent all that time in the sim. So it's neither here nor there, because like you said, English, it's a totally different animal, talking from a real car to iRacing here. As we got the 315 Zach Millett back out in front here in the lead after getting all tied up there with that 33 of Ferdiani, Drew Blaze, Sean Walton, and 00 Joe Bennett hanging around here inside this top 5, as well as that 8 of Dylan Bryant heading on up to the outside here, maybe trying to save a little bit of tires and on his last set here.
And you think about it too, the guys that have raced in real life in these things, it gets 140 degrees in that car, and you're wearing a fire suit and a helmet, and you're stuck in this seat where you can't move at all. So those guys are used to doing this under high stress situations. They can't go take a bathroom break, But I don't know. Head to head, I don't know. I'd take a real life driver versus. I don't know.
No, in iRacing,
hard to say.
No,
Yeah.
you take an iRacer that's good.
You think so?
Versus real race. What Brown was kind of saying was, race car drivers can do this. The simulation is cool, but they're so used to the feel of the car, and it's different. So, but you get an iRacer that's super awesome at iRacing. They take them, like he said, to the alien. They call them aliens. I don't know why, but. And some of these guys, like I think Byron was an iRacer, and there's a crash.
Oh man, Albert Anderson spun out right in front of the X machine, the X-Man of the number 10 of Johnson.
Yeah, that was a little slippery right there.
And that
I don't know.
Let's go ahead and see. Oh, it looks like the magnets got put into the 99 machine as he gets kind of stuck against Justin Johnson. Ooh, and someone trying to avoid it got kind of locked him up and slid up the track and got into the back of the X.
I'm not sure what happened there. Who's to blame? But it happened. But I'm going to finish my thought real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
But like,
Ginger Parent had a great question, so it's
it was a good question. But like Brown said, these guys, I think William Byron was one of them, where they were just iRacers.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's several. Yeah. And
they're so good at iRacing. They're like, well, this could be a talented guy, and they bring him to this, put him in a real car, and sure enough, they pick it up. They pick it up easier because they got the mechanics down. But then you throw the feel, the sound, and the G-forces and stuff, and it just adds to their driving skills. So, yeah, that's a really good question.
And Adam, I think this too. I think if you've got a kid that he's already racing karts and stuff, and he's ready to move from quarter midgets into karts, and then move.
But not everybody has the money for that.
Exactly.
That's
but if you have somebody that's already demonstrated, hey, they could drive a car, definitely put them into iRacing and get them used to running street stocks and late models and just inching up and learning the differences and what makes this car handle different from that car. I think it's a good thing to be used in conjunction with running karts or whatever Byron ran. I don't.
Well, it is. I mean, there's a lot to it. It's just not mashing the pedal and turning left. There's so much going on.
Sure.
Money. Oh, here we go with the Canadian thing.
No, it's not Canadian.
But no, it's a good question. I think it's a good way to recruit young drivers, even if they don't. A lot of people don't have money to get into this. Racing in general is expensive. I mean, obviously. So. I think NASCAR's done a good thing by taking those guys and what'd you call it, Brown? Like an alien? They're so good they call them aliens. And they take them to the track and let give them some training or something.
Oh yeah, so there's a fantastic documentary. I think it's on YouTube, where they take I think it was Trevor Hoodoo, who was one of the fastest road racing guys, and they put him in like a Skip Barber car, and like you mentioned, they're English, out there in the sun and it's hot and you're in a suit and a helmet and all that. He ended up, kind of getting sick and all that. So the physical endurance side of that kind of thing, was definitely taking a toll on him. However, he did set, not like a track record, but he was running, top 5 pace within X amount of laps and getting the feel of the car. Yeah. So it's definitely a fantastic training tool that, we're seeing more and more people pick on up. And Christopher Bell, NASCAR driver who was in the chase last season for NASCAR, he started on iRacing doing the Cup stuff.
Crazy.
Josh Kelleher letting us in on a little information. He raced in real life when he was younger. And he says he's horrible in the sim. He's not horrible, but he says he's better in a real car because of being able to feel the car and the road and the motion, vibrations, all that kind of stuff. But he said that might be just me. But so there is something to that.
Yeah.
Ginger Paris says, I just worry that when Shepard gets on the real track, he's going to expect quick fixes from the crew.
No, that doesn't happen either. And it costs money to fix that thing. That's the whole issue. But yeah, that's a very good question, especially when we're in a caution like this. It's cool that y'all are coming up with questions, and I'm not,
I love
doing my standard conspiracy theory thing. So
we love the little extra stimulation.
And
yeah.
That indeed, but Ginger Parent, be sure to let me know when and where he's racing at, because I'm up here in this neck of the woods. I'd love to go and check out what he's racing at. If he does pick it up, as we get ready to go back to the green flag here, closing in on the final 30 laps as Zach Millett and Sean Walton get things all started up back once again here at the front. Pace car diving on down and in. Getting ready. It's we get on down into crunch time here. So 3:15 get things all wound back on up. The 8 of Dylan Bryant joins him as the 3:15 has a fantastic restart out there, getting a rip down there on that bottom side, able to take control of the lead here once again. 00 Joe Bennett trying to filter his way on through the madness here. It's the 88 and the 51 battle here as well. Looks like we're going 3 wide. Just for a split second there, Jarrett Woodard up against the outside wall. Is 7 Tristan Cotton trying to make his way back up here to the front as well. You can see the 1 of DW trying to slice and dice his way through the field.
Well, they're going to have to get a nice, let's do about a 30 lap run here where we can stay nice and clean. What do you think? Get some good racing in. Because we really saw him race well in the first 40 laps, 50 laps of this race, and just it's kind of fallen off, and I don't really understand why.
Well, they did have a couple of incidents where an accident occurred, but we didn't get a caution because everybody was all stacked up. So, I mean, we're not really counting those, but. Yeah, for the most part, it's been very clean. I mean, it's close quarters with this many cars on the track. I think they've done a pretty damn good job here so far.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. 32, Nick Biddy back up here fighting for a possible top 5. He's got the 33 and the 51 out there behind him. Ooh, 51 hard up into the outside wall. Gets a little scrapage going on there. Missing some paint on the right-hand side.
Damn. All right, Ginger's giving you the tracks where they're going to be.
Yeah, that's Monadnock, Thunder Road, and Thompson. Some fantastic tracks out there. Actually, Monadnock is going to be the closest one to me. So if I'll have to keep my ear to the pavement and listen for those engines to get started.
Yeah,
Josh Kelleher's saying that when he gets back home to Massachusetts, they'll come out and support him as well. Hey, you guys volunteering to go to the track to watch him? You know who's going to be his helping him out with the car and helping him work on the car and pit crew and all that kind of stuff. You guys just volunteered. Y'all don't know it. This happened to me here in Louisiana. I started hanging around this guy who did dirt track stuff. Next thing you know, I'm hauling his car and helping change tires. And
sign me up. I'll change tires.
it was fun, man. He always promised to pay for my pit pass, but he never did. He's like, I got it this week. Maybe next week. All right. Okay.
Yeah, what's $20 when you can go have
That's
fun?
what it was. It was $20 back then.
Oof, 17 of Tate Cawthorn was kind of stuck up on the high side there as it went 3 wide for a little bit. Whole bunch of traffic moving on through. You got Ryan Walter here moving up into the top 20 right now, having a good fight with the 27 of Gavin Ray. Tate Cawthorn there as well as looks like Justin Johnson getting some manual repairs done. Don't know if he's ready to call it a night quite yet, but we do have some early disconnections for Russ Kilgore. 3 of Chris Meath Jr., 68 of Chris Campbell, and 76 of Jet Fottinger have had enough fun here in Vegas tonight, and they're going to be heading on down to the craps table with their cars up on the hauler.
Yeah. Could be worse places you could be in, you know?
Texting with a farmer right now.
Oh, yeah? What's the farm report looking like?
Well, he's the guy that picks up our grain when we do brews. We're doing a brew tomorrow, so he's wanting to know what time he can drop off a bin for us. Cows love that spent grain from brewing beer. They mix it with cattle feed, and they love to see that truck coming with that big old bin on the back of it.
Yeah, I want my cows drunk too. Man,
Oh, there's no alcohol in it at that point. It's all just protein.
Well, I want them fat and happy. That's what I want when I eat my cows.
They
If it was up to, other non-American Americans like Bill Gates, you'd be eating grasshoppers and crickets.
What?
So, yeah, that's what he's trying to push down your throat with fake chicken and everything. This Bill Gates I can't say it. I don't want to say that word. But he's a bad person. He's a terrible individual. He needs to go away and just go move over to, like Europe or something. We don't like you. Leave. I don't know.
John Buckley saying that keep climbing up the grid there, Gavin.
Yeah.
Gavin Ray recovering from super bad loose condition that he had earlier. HBR TV joining us saying, hey, AAA. You never checked out the racing coverage those guys do over there at HBR TV. Definitely give them a like for sure. And give them a follow. On nights when we're off, maybe go over there and watch some races from them. Do a hell of a job. Josh Kelleher says, let's go DEP Racing. Saying Ryan's getting back into the top 20. Moving on up.
Yeah, moving on up indeed as they want a DW up 26 spots right now, trying to chase down that 33 of Paul Ferdiani with 22 laps to go. So it's starting to get on down to it. Zach Millett out in front, but it's not by much. The 23 Sean Walton all over that back bumper of the 315 right now. The 8 and the 32 and Nick Biddy going side by side here. So our favorite driver with the driver cam up here tonight, trying to filter his way on back up into the top 3. Again, during that first 50-lap green flag run, I mean, he stayed up inside that top 10 for quite a while, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Whoa, as the 8 kind of gets squeezed up the track just a little bit, getting a little tight down there as well, as the 88 sees an opening and slips on through down on the bottom side.
Mike Adamson is just determined to get to the front up here. He's side by side with Nick Biddy right now, but yeah, the 8 and the 1 right there side by side. Now the 8, I thought for sure he was going to come around, but he did save it. Great driving there.
Yeah, they're still kind of going after it there.
I thought they are, and kind of towards the tail end of this little pack up at the front, the 7 of Tristan Cotton trying to pass 00 Joe Bennett back here. 79 of Jarrett Woodard there as well, trying to sneak his way on up. But that's your top 10. Your top 10's all grouped on up, and then just a little bit behind, a little bit in no man's land right now. 66 of Drew Blaze trying to stay out in front and maybe chase down that 79 Woodard to get back to that top 10. But the 64 of Joe Hogger, 27 of Gavin Ray, and 005 AJ Evangelista racing really well back here. Man, as the fighting continues, as 32. Look at all the work that he did, and man, it's like a little. Oh no! There goes the one sideways across the track.
One has super loose condition. I think that's what you were watching. One in English.
Oh my
man.
goodness!
Spun him like a
guys,
top.
slow down.
Yeah, y'all don't have brakes out there? Did they take? I guess it is a Harbor Freight machine. We don't need brakes. Well, they spun him like a top.
I don't know what happened with Derek there. He snapped to the right. I didn't know if it was a wheel.
I was watching him. He was loose. I don't know if it was the tires. Maybe he was like yelling at the dog or something. I'm not quite sure.
Well, it snapped. It snapped though. You know, maybe like he was loose and then he tried to catch it and it snapped.
Yeah, I think he was trying to recover. Yeah, I think that's.
He was in the middle, 3 wide with the 8 and the 33 kind of on either side of him there, and yeah, he just up, down, and oh man, some good saves there as he was slipping and sliding across the track, and oh man, Jonathan Hammond in the 13 machine. Goodness gracious, get that man a ambulance.
Ginger Parent hit the nail on the head there. That was an impact right there. That was call the hearse. Somebody's got their head dangling.
No, that's not how it works anymore. They have these great things to secure their neck into place. And
did you see that? Did you see what happened?
Oh, I did. It was pretty ugly.
That was one of those, football hits where you hear the pads snapping together. You just feel it. It's like
the crack. Yeah.
That's a beautiful sound.
You were a safety or something, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, and I used to love doing.
Love that crack.
Yeah, I have a couple guys that were famous that I used to smash back in the college days, and they're still famous today. I won't mention any names, but I used to love hitting them. Right across. Yeah. When they come across the field, prancing and
receivers, probably. Huh?
Yeah, they were, and I just crack them and then laugh at them. Now they're millionaires and all that, but
yeah, and you have to work for a living.
Yeah, and I'm doing this, but regardless, that was fun. But speaking of fun, go ahead.
DW is saying back it up further, and now that I'm doing so, 32. Oh, okay, I see what happens there. 32 of Nick Biddy just sneaks up and gets the quarter panel there a little bit on DW on entry, as the 32 had a good run of speed, so it was 3 wide there, making a little bit of contact. 32 gets all squiggly wiggly, but the one machine, I think that affected him just a little bit there and caused that loose condition on exit.
Well, Lahoma Randall says the kids that are watching over there say to say hi to the guys that are talking, which I'm assuming is us.
No,
thank you kids so much for watching. We don't get too many tiny humans watching us, so sure appreciate y'all. Hope y'all are enjoying it. Hope y'all become some race car drivers one day. That'd be pretty cool.
No, that would be cool. Well, I was talking about race car drivers and doing fun stuff. Check this out. Facebook.com/GC Cruise Travel, George Charles Cruise Travel. You contact this fella right here. He'll get you where you need to be. Best prices on a cruise. You know, you want to go to Alaska, you cruise, boom. You want to fly to Vegas, boom, he's got you. You want to go to Antarctica and go down that hole where all the CIA and stuff has their base down there. You go hit him up. He might be able to send you there too. GC Cruise Travel on the Facebook machine.
That's Golf Charlie, right?
George Charles Golf Charlie. Yeah.
Come on.
Either way, it works.
Becca Shepard says that Dana got something for his
Uh-oh.
so he could feel it because of how the real life car is.
Okay.
Got a motion rig, or maybe he got a what's that thing called?
Butt kicker. The butt kicker.
A butt kicker? He might get a butt kicker.
Yeah.
Haptics are awesome. Yes, they are.
That's what those are called, isn't it?
Yeah.
Haptics.
Next step is I don't know if does he race in VR? Does Dana Shepard race in VR? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know.
That's a great investment. That's
I'd be
racing
throwing
game.
up.
Yeah, I kind of desensitized myself to it. I'm okay with it now. It's been a little while since I've been in the car, so if I threw the headset on right now, I might get sick.
What about driving that big rig? That simulation of the trucking game. You like
ATS,
doing
yeah.
that
Yeah,
in the
I like doing that in VR.
VR? Yeah.
Haven't done it lately in VR. NTRL, Numb Thumbs Racing League, their parent group is Numb Thumbs Gaming, and they've got an American Truck Simulator over there, Euro Truck Sim. They have so many sims over there you can go in there and participate in. It's a big family over there, man. It's awesome. So, looking for a gaming home, definitely hit up Numb Thumbs Gaming.
Yeah.
Get this thing re-racked and started.
And that indeed closing in on the final few laps here. It's going to be 13 laps left to go as the 23 and the 315 get things restarted here once again from the front into that Geico restart zone. We go back to the green flag as, oh man, the 315 getting a fantastic restart jump there. The 88 tries to filter on underneath the 23 as well, which he does. 23 able to hang on to that third position though before the 33 of Paul Ferdiani trickles on through. Ooh, whole bunch of wall banging as they exit turn number 2 into the onto the back straightaway here. 005 AJ Evangelista trying to sneak up inside of this top 10 here, as well as the 3 wide continues. Albert Anderson down there on the bottom side trying to get the pass done on the 45 and the I think that was the 64 of Hogger. No, it was the 6 machine of Joe David out there as the battles continue to play on out. The 8 00 Joe stuck 3 wide here as well. Looks like they're able to figure that one on out.
Couple guys scraping the wall. 3 wide continues to be the name of the game here, Adam. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you can almost feel it about to happen, really. You know how it has a feel to the race?
Yeah, we're under
3
10 laps.
wide, 2 wide, just bouncing around a lot. I think we're going to see something crazy happen here in a minute.
Oh, I thought we were there for just a split second. The 77 almost getting into it there with the 28 of Chris Gones a little bit. But the battles up here towards the front continue to boil on over. Here comes the 66 of Drew Blaze. He's using up as much of the track as he can. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, this is up at the front, too. Oh, goodness.
00, the 32 of Biddy. Drew Blaze.
Blaze.
00 Joe, good night.
Ooh. Hey, someone blamed somebody.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Told you. You know, we've watched a few of these, Brown, and it's almost like you get the feel for something bad is going to happen. I don't know what it is.
I'll wait for the replay there, but yeah, somebody already pointing the finger at Nick Biddy, which I don't know. I had to see it from another angle.
I'm not going to blame anybody.
I don't think that's gonna be the case here. As it looks like the 66 does come up and gets into the 32 a little bit, who then gets up into the 00 of Joe, and then it was just all helter-skelter at that point.
It's like two cars trying to occupy the same space.
Which, unfortunately, we have not figured out phase technology yet. So that will not work.
Well, they're probably working on that in Area 51 where they fly the Janet machine out of Vegas every morning.
McCarran, that's where they fly it out of.
Well, yeah, that's Vegas. It's their
But that's the airport
there. Yeah. You know, McCarran is cool because you get off the plane there, you can get straight into the slot machine smoking lounge, you know?
Is that right?
Yeah, you go straight in there, you start pulling slots, doing what you want to do, you get a couple of drinks, keep rolling. At the airport. Pretty fun.
That indeed, as we got a poll going on up there. And it's, of course, our traditional poll question. Will we see a green, white checker finish here tonight, or are we going to get this thing all locked on down and done in regulation? So go ahead and cast your votes and let your opinion be heard.
Yeah, we do B-52 test missions out in Utah. That's where our tanker always staged, was out of McCarran.
Yeah, they're probably in there on the slot machine waiting for the phone call to come.
Oh, yeah.
To launch, you know?
John Buckley said that now it's called Harry Reid International.
What?
Named it after Harry Reid.
Who's that?
You don't remember Harry Reid? The guy that fell off his treadmill and hurt himself, the old majority leader? Democrat guy out of Las Vegas?
Nah. He seems like another one of those guys that has he's part of that group, you know, it starts with an I and ends with an I. I don't
Oh, maybe so.
Those people.
Yes, Derek Donna, there is a cap. I think they only do three. Is there three possible here in this league? I think it's three.
So. Yeah.
Which I think is the max.
Yeah, we never get to three. It's usually just one.
It's very, very rare. I know we've hit three before, but it wasn't with this league. I think it was with our old league with Greg.
If they change the name to that airport, I'm gonna lose my mind. And here's another thing: if you're gonna change the name of the airport in Vegas, change it to those two fellows that were best friends, and they had the tigers, and then one of them ate them. You remember that? Well, Siegfried and Roy. That's the name of the airport.
Siegfried and Roy International.
Yeah. So remember, the fellows were real close. They were like super buddies, you know. And they lived together, and they had all these tigers, and one of them, and they did a magic show.
It didn't eat the other guy; it mauled him. It
ate the one guy, but the other guy took care of the guy forever. But they ruined their shows. They couldn't have no more shows in Vegas.
Roy didn't get eaten. He did. It
ate him. The tiger ate him, and then he had to probably
fake news all the way, man. You're becoming one of them. Don't do that.
No. He ate him. He tried to eat him. Regardless, that was the coolest thing back in like the 80s and 90s was Siegfried and Roy, you know? They were like the Liberace of the strip, but with tigers. It was amazing.
Liberace with tigers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Liberace was so awesome. Don't you remember him playing the piano with all the diamonds and everything? So cool.
We're never going to recover from this.
What do you mean? I'm just talking about the history in Vegas. I love it. Tell me you didn't like Liberace. He could play that piano and he just put on a show. And he had all the diamonds, and then Siegfried and Roy they basically tried to emulate him, but with tigers.
I think you've got a case there to rename it Siegfried and Roy.
Yes, I'm down for that. 100%. Harry Reid, this guy didn't do anything for America. Siegfried and Roy did.
I'm just sitting here. I don't know what to do with my tiger mauled hands as we get ready to go back to the green flag. Here going to be 5 laps left to go with the 315 and the 88, getting things started side by side. 23 and the 8 right behind them. Also 005 AJ Evangelista up quite a few spots. Same thing with the 33 of Paul Ferdiani, 7 of the Trister up there, as well as the 27 of Gavin Ray. I know there's a couple people out there cheering on Gavin out there, trying to get him on up to that front, as here we go back to the green flag here with the 315 getting it all wound back on up with a great restart here. Once again, the 88 of Adamson trying to chase him on down, but the 315 out with enough of a run there to get free and clear of what the madness is about to become. The 88 and the 23 continue to race side by side there. Ooh, some bits and pieces flying up over cars already as they exit turn number 2 onto the backstretch down into turns 3 and 4. The racing continues to go on and on. Almost some contact there. Oh, we do have some contact. Some drivers going down through the infield grass. Oh, that's the 51 and the 33. 33 trying to hold on to it. Just loses it on the ice that is known as the grass. But the 51, Chris Klein, going for a trip, able to get it all settled back on down, and the fighting continues to happen up here inside this top 10. Oh, we're 4 wide. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Wow. There's no caution? Oh.
Hey, just give it a second. The flagman, he was watching. He was, had his eyes closed.
Yeah,
Dana Shepard involved in that? What happened?
That was wild.
My camera didn't change. Sorry, I was still watching the 33 recover.
It was basically
23
went 4 wide here, and as we all know, 4 wide does not typically work. You can see the 99 of Albert Anderson up on the bottom. You got the 7 machine there in the middle. 23, the 8 gets all loosey goosey, and you can see the bits and pieces. This is why I love the new damage model.
I love it,
seeing all the parts fly. See that's
Tristan's every part fell off that number 7.
Yeah, Harbor Freight car it is. Oh yeah, 64 getting snagged down. I think that's the 44 if we got one of those. Get snagged, getting snagged up in it there kind of towards the end. Oh, man.
8 machine, trying to make his way up there into podium spot, now destroyed.
Yeah. He won the thing last night, did he? I don't remember right. I get so confused.
John Buckley saying that 27 with some pretty great accident avoidance. This will be the first of 3 green-white checker attempts. So there you go. It's official. We're in green-white checker.
Well, look who snuck his way up 21 spots. Mike Adamson. In second, Zach Millett up top. AJ Evangelista. Third, Albert Anderson fourth. Tommy Welch fifth. So it's going to be a shootout right here. If they can make it through this first lap, it's going to be a free-for-all.
Yeah, that indeed, as we end up closing the poll down, and 83% of you will be correct. We will see a green-white checker finish here tonight. Of the 16% of you that voted no, I was there with you. I thought no as well, but that's gambling.
It's almost like a trick question, Brown, because you do that every once in a while, and it's a sneaky question because you've had these crashes, and they're going to have one, but a lot of times they don't. They figure it out at the end, but tonight they didn't. So totally like picking red or black, on the roulette table.
And thank you so much to Paul Vosberg for joining us here late, saying let's go Boyd and Walters. So Paul's got his picks out here. This guy's got some work to do, that's for sure. Boyd's sitting in 9th currently.
Walters 11th.
Walters 11th. There you go.
Yep, as we get ready to all lock it back in here and get the party re-rolling. So, fantastic race here from Vegas, ending in a fantastic way with a green-white checkered finish. Always love to see that.
To see the carnage late.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
nothing
that's
wrong with that.
I think that's something we all kind of enjoy is the stress that these drivers have to go through on these late restart. You know, they're stressed out as all.
Well, and it's a long race, you know.
Yeah.
How bad are they just ready to get out of that rig? Sitting there.
Yeah,
We've been racing for a long time.
we're already past the advertised distance of 130 laps. If this is the only green-white checker we have, it'll finish at 133 laps.
So, of course, you know, the fans got some free tickets to this one here tonight, and we look forward to having some bonus action to that free ticket, because that's all we do here at AAA Broadcasting is just give.
Yeah, we're givers.
Ginger Parent saying, not going to be the finish we want, but for Shepard, man, did he hang tough out there? Well, that's for sure.
Yep. We're gonna be ready to race here when we get back to the fourth corner. Start this thing up. Hopefully we have a nice little run, get some good racing in, and then somebody can celebrate in Vegas tonight.
Well, we're gonna find out here in just a quick minute about who is going to do that. So, quick update for the people that may not exactly know what goes on here with the green-white checker. I'm gonna go to the green flag here in just a quick second. The field is gonna go back around. If the leader crosses the line one more time and picks up, I don't know what's going on back there with DW. Sometimes distracting me back there, but if the leader goes back across that line and takes a white flag, that's it. No more cautions. But if something does happen before then, caution flag will come on out and we'll re-rack and do it all again here at Las Vegas. Here's the pace car about ready to make that dive down onto pit road, and which means you know it's time to buckle up, strap on those drinking helmets, and throw inhibition out the window. Green, white, checker finish here tonight at Las Vegas as the 315 gets things all kicked back on off with a great restart here again. The 88 trying to match the pace of the 315. They're just not quite able to do so. The 005 AJ Evangelista holding up the 9 of Tommy Welch here as they go side by side. Oh, Albert Anderson up into the outside wall. Little squiggly wiggly down there, down the backstretch as they enter turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, the 9 machine, all brand new tires. He's got a good shot. Mike Gosselin out there cheering for him, and Angry Taco
there goes
the 005.
There goes the 99. The problem is, I think Millet did cross the line, so the white flag is out. We're racing this one all the way to the end as half the field is wrecking in the wake. There goes the 9 making contact with the 88 as the 315 makes his way down the back straightaway. The 88 still hanging on to that secondary spot. Here comes the 27 of Gavin Ray up on the outside trying to stay in third here as the 315 comes out of 4. No one in his rear view, picking up the race win, and with a drag race across the line, the 27 of Gavin Ray finds himself up on that podium.
Man.
Oh, man, it's going to be some hurt feelings reports filed.
Yeah, they got
management after the
they
end
got
of this
real
deal.
Western right there, right at the start-finish line, so they had no recourse.
Oh,
it was
Lord.
over for a lot of guys at that point.
You're not kidding us. We watch back here with Albert Anderson, one of the initial things happening. Oh, man, just absolute carnage down that front straightaway there. And then just a little bit later on up the road between the 9. Oh, man, I mean, it's not like the 88 could have gone anywhere else. He was already up scraping the wall, and the 9 just kind of kept trickling on up, and a little bit of contact was made there. But 88 able to just hang on and get himself onto that podium. But let's watch this finish here between the 005 and the 27. Some good racing there as they're going side by side. Oh, man. Talk about a great finish there for third, and the 005 even with a little bit of a love tap to the 27 there at the end as well. So some fantastic racing out there. But meanwhile, the 315, Zach Millett burning the tires on down here, celebrating the victory here tonight.
Mike Adamson doing the same out there. Gavin Ray, one heck of a finish here in third. John Buckley set it out there. Great race by Gavin. Way to dig out from 2 laps down. He was 2 laps down early in the race. He was the only car that wasn't on the lead lap for a while. He was in last place. Gavin Ray worked his way up. It says he started in 19th, and that's true, but after his loose condition, he went back to last and worked his way back up to third. So, pretty incredible effort by the team.
And that's the cool thing about having a long race. If you stay in the race, you can just keep trucking along.
Was that DW flying back across the line?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh, jeez, I'm crap.
He's trying to get a lap back right now, I guess. I don't know what he's doing.
I think the race is over, DW. I don't know what he's doing.
May not have been for him quite yet, so I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is we can start some of these driver interviews here for the podium finishers up underway. Getting us started will be that 27 of Gavin Ray, up 16 spots. But like you said there, Mr. English, that doesn't tell the whole story as Gavin fought that loose condition out there in that early run of 50 green flag laps, but fought his way back onto the podium, man. Congratulations there, Gavin. It was a pretty good drive from the 27 tonight.
Yeah, it was a little rocky at first. You know, I think I got a little bit touched towards the beginning there, spun out, ended up 2 laps down and way back in 34th, but could not be happier with the way that race ended up.
Man, John Buckley out here week after week, always supporting you out there in that number 27 Chevrolet Camaro, and you made it happen tonight. You know, what was the biggest challenge out there? We hear a lot of guys complain about tire wear here, you know, and having such few changes of tires. You guys only had 3 sets total here. Was that kind of the biggest battle out there tonight, or you know, was it something else?
You know, I think that the tire wear is definitely a thing, especially at Vegas, and the low amount of tires definitely hurts. But I think about towards the midway point of that race, I realized that I had really good pace in comparison on worn tires. So I was honestly most of the race just looking for those tires to start falling off for everybody, so I could make up some spots.
Well, you did up 16 officially, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Great job tonight. Who'd you like to give some shout-outs to?
You know, just got to give a whole big shout-out to the Island Autosport team. You know, here every Monday we got John Buckley support me in the YouTube chat. I normally have Michael Skelton support me as well, but he wasn't here, unfortunately. But overall, just the whole team, you know, coming out here and letting me do my thing week after week.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations to the 27 of Mr. Gavin Ray, picking up that 3rd place podium finish here tonight, man. Great job out there, and look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action again next week there, buddy.
All right, thank you, guys.
And with that, we'll head on up to the silent assassin, who probably isn't going to be silent here as the 88 machine comes home up 21 spots here tonight in 2nd place, man. Mike, that was a fantastic drive out of the 88 tonight.
Oh, absolutely. That was a lot of fun, avoiding a lot of mayhem back there in the back.
Well, damn, Mike, you had one hell of a job out there tonight. You and your buddies did great out there. We know Albert didn't fare so well on the last lap, but you guys kind of got a game plan moving into Chicagoland. That's what y'all got coming up next week on Monday.
No, I mean, we're just going to go in there and do our thing. I mean, just try to play it by ear. I mean, you go in with a strategy, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be on backup plan anyway. I mean,
You're right.
you can't count on anything. You just have to go by ear and see what happens. You know what I mean? Whatever happens, play it by roll the dice.
Yeah, roll the dice you did tonight, up 21. Great job. Who would you like to give some thank yous to?
Well, as always, I thank my wife for putting up with me doing my racing. I thank everybody at All Star Racing, Albert, Larry, Dylan, Jeremiah, uh, you guys in the booth, as always, 100% top notch. Thank Derek for putting this on.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the second place finish and up 21 spots for the 88 of Mr. Mike Adamson, man. Congratulations, and look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action next week there, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
And with that, we move on up to tonight's race winner. And of course, he's always happy to pick up the win on the stream. Congratulations to Mr. Zach Millett, the 315, driving it on home here tonight. But Zach, after the first round of pit stops and everything, you got kind of stuck in the midfield there for a little bit. How hard was that to work your way on up through?
Oh man, that was a nightmare. I was happy to get the lucky dog, but I kind of forgot that you had to start at the end of the line. So, I mean, yeah, we had pretty close to 30 trucks ahead of us there, and we used our tires up pretty good trying to get through the field. And there's a couple wrecks we missed. So, yeah, it was stressful.
Well, damn, Zach, you were lightning fast in the practice. It looked like your qualifying laps, you didn't really get exactly where you wanted to, so you had to kind of work back from that. But you didn't have to go very far, but qualifying laps seemed to hurt you a little bit here early, but you came back and dominated like you always do. And we did do a little shout out for that S4 guy out there on Twitch here tonight. But who else do you want to talk about out there tonight?
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It was funny because I was talking to Tate before the race there in practice, and I was telling him how in qualifying here at Vegas, every time I'll have a good practice and everything's going well, and then I go out there in qualifying and I pretty much screw it up. So I bombed it into one and it just pushed right to the wall. So, but yeah, we're lucky to stick in third there, and yeah, it could have been a lot worse. So, but yeah, thank you guys, AAA Broadcasting, awesome broadcast as always. Numb Thumbs, Derek Welch for all he does, all the admins in this league. Martin Sports, HBR TV, HBRShops.com, Castle Products, Track Bar Media, Eric Dotson, State Farm, and yeah, shoot me a follow over on Twitch. That S4 guy.
Awesome, good job tonight, and will do. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Good luck, man.
Thanks, man. Have a good one, guys.
And that will conclude the interviews here tonight as we close off another fantastic rowdy show here in Las Vegas. And boys, that was that was a pretty solid one. Started off with a fantastic long green flag run where we, even though it was 50 laps deep, we still were seeing side by side racing all the way up through it, and got ourselves some cautions and some beating and banging there, and of course a green white checker finish. You can never beat one of those.
Well, you know what that made that magic happen is the clean racing here in this league for the most part, and then the huge car count that they have out there. So I think that mix really makes it really fun to watch, and I think the fans out there on the YouTube channel really enjoyed it as well. So, and once again, thank you everybody for joining us out there on the YouTube channel. If you like what you saw out there tonight, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, man, because that's what YouTube measures us by. Is people give us a thumbs up on the video and hit the subscribe button and all that kind of stuff. Mash all the buttons for us.
Hit the buttons to get us to like 1,000, and maybe they'll let me fight Bill Gates. That's my goal.
Oh,
so just a cage match. I'm not going to bring any weapons. I don't need them. I just got my fists. We'll take care of him and the rest of the problems in America. Good race tonight. Good job tonight, Brown, as well.
Awesome. Well, appreciate it there, buddy. But let's go ahead and do our official field rundown. You guys like keep taking all my stuff to talk about here at the end.
We're still in your thunder.
English stole mine, so I just started stealing everybody's.
I'm sorry, guys.
Bunch of thieves around here.
I started it.
But either way, let's go ahead and tell everybody where their favorite driver ended up finishing here tonight. Getting us started is at 315 of Zach Millett, picking up the race win. 88 of Mike Adamson, even though he's up 21. Not your hard charger of the race, but having a fantastic run out there, nonetheless finishing in second. And of course, the 27 of Gavin Ray up 16. We haven't done it in a while, but how about Rally Train driver of the day, getting all rallied back up there and finishing on that podium. So great job there for Gavin. You got the 005 AJ Evangelista. I saw Angry Taco Network out there happy about a great finish there for AJ, getting the 4th place finish, and the 05 of PJ Cox rounding out that top 5. 78 of Brian Boyd having a fantastic run out there tonight as well, finishing here in 6th with the 66 Drew Blaze. I'm sure he was hoping for a little bit of a better result here tonight. He was looking very racy throughout that first stint, but he's solidly in that top 10 in 7th. The 77 of Ryan Walter, one of the new names here tonight, up 7 spots, finds himself in that top 10. A fantastic run there with the 64 Joe Hoggard right there behind him in 9th with a solid run. With the 19 of Mr. Stephen Wood, tied for your hard charger of the race, up 22 spots, finishing this one out in 10th. So great job there, Stephen.
That's pretty incredible. The 51 of Chris Klein will finish in 11th after starting on the pole out there in the 51 machine. The 8 of Dylan Bryant involved in that late wreck, unfortunately, and the 8 machine will finish in 12th. 13th place will be Jarrett Woodard in the 79. Did you hear that, Adam? Jarrett Woodard in the 79. The 9 of Tommy Welch will finish in 14th. 15th will be Sean Walton in the 23 machine. The 28 of Chris Goins will finish in 16th place after starting way back in 30th. What a great finish for Chris. Mark Collins in the 45 will finish in 17th place. 18th will be Nick Biddy in the 32. One of the front runners for so long out there, and stuff happens, and the 32 will finish in 17th. 18th. Tate Cawthorn in the 17 machine will finish in 19th place. And rounding out your top 20, Joe David in the 6.
Yeah, 44 Dana Shepard really liked that paint scheme. Check that.
That was a great one.
21st, number 2 Scott Milner, 22nd, 99. America's driver Albert Anderson ended up 23rd. Anthony Williams in the 5, 24th. 25th, Paul Ferdiani, the gambler, in the 33, number 1. Derek Welch, 26. 27th will be Joseph Bennett, 00 Joe, number 7. Tristan Cotton, 28th. In 29th, Jonathan Hammond in the 13 car. 10, Roman numeral 10, Justin Johnson ended up 30th. 31st, Russ Kilgore in the 4. The number 3 of Chris Muth Jr., 32nd. 33rd, Christopher Campbell in the 68. And rounding it out, in the 76, Jeff Ottinger in 34th.
And that will be your field here tonight. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching, as you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time of doing it. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that way you get alerted every single time that we go live. And you even get alerted if we make an announcement or something over there on the YouTubes as well. And of course, if you like any of the race in action, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, because we really just want to see this fight between Bill Gates and our own Adam Turner. I think that one will turn into one that's pretty good. Someone's going to be leaving out of there with a stretcher. I know that.
Not me.
Confidence.
Got confidence going in there. We also have to say a huge thank you to Plus EV Racing for hosting tonight's race here at Las Vegas. Thank you guys for your continued support, and of course, as well as the continued support from our other fantastic sponsors like Davidson Builders, DEP Graphics, Sim Gear Central, Trek Bar Media, and Martin Sports all jumping on board here this season to give you guys the best racing action known on the interwebs, all for free. So thank you guys for jumping on board here and supporting a fantastic racing league here at the NTRL. So that does it here tonight for us here from Las Vegas. Tomorrow night we head on over, I think it's Daytona, for the HCK Beagles Racing League, as they almost get locked into some playoff time. I think this is the last race before their playoffs start, and the top 10 is looking very tight. I think from 9th all the way down to 15th is separated only by a handful of points. So that should definitely be a interesting one to look out for. And either way, that's going to be happening tomorrow night. So until then, I'm Alan Brown. For Alan English and Adam Turner, we're signing off.
Gone.
See ya.